Welcome back to another devlog update for Above the Fold, and I am in a new game. I've published one issue so far. If you've been following along, there are many changes in this update, so I will try to get through them quickly. One of the first things you might notice is these panels you can now move around. You can close them, and these are all triggered from here. They'll remember their position, by the way. Also, there's several other ones that you can open, and they give you different kinds of information that you may or may not need depending on what you are currently working on in the game. Under Managing Reporters, I have a new feature here called Buy Lunch, and when you buy lunch for your team, there is a slight chance that they will increase their happiness here. Their mood will increase. I'll try it. Quick. You actually saw these two guys got an increase, but these two guys didn't. People with lower moods have a higher chance of getting an increase. So if you're already super happy, getting a free lunch might not make you like super happy. Small adjustments here. We got fonts that now scale down when the string is too long to fit in the button, that sort of thing. Not terribly exciting in terms of gameplay. Let's start a new day. And this looks the same as it has the whole time, except for a few new adjustments in terms of which data is available here. You can now move the map around with WASD and use Q and Z to go through your reporters, meaning you can do everything just using your left hand. And here's an economy story. We'll assign that to Luke here because he likes economy stories, climate and economy. Word count is the one thing I added right here, so you can see now not only how many stars does that story have, but how many words, and that of course is important if you're trying to max out your word count. So now everybody has a story. I've maxed out my reporters 5 out of 5. So now is a good time for me to start looking for better stories for my writers. In this case, we were looking at Luke Wells. He likes climate and economy, so let's see if we can find a better story for him that's 2 stars or more, and definitely more than 339 words. Okay. This is an ad, but however, I can't pick this one up because Leo's Guitar, they don't want to advertise with me. That is based off of your politics. There are no climate or economy stories on the map right now. You can see it's getting darker and darker as we're getting close to the end of the time. So if all else fails and I don't find a better story, he will go to print with this little tiny story that he has, and at least it'll be a story that he likes writing. And we got 15,000 words. All right, so on this screen is where you put your front page together. Stories are listed by default score. So if you just do this, you will get the highest possible issue score. However, you may want to tweak your political bias or appeal more or less to certain age groups. Alright, so we got a front page, and it's going to go to print right now. That's the basics of how a game loop goes in the game right now. If you've been following along, you'll see that there are big changes and small changes, and I hope you like them. There are also changes outside of the game, however. On the main menu, you'll notice high scores. Currently broken. The alpha leaderboards, however, do work, and they will show you the current status of all games played in this current alpha version and who's at what score. You can find your newspaper by looking up its name. If you're interested in being part of future tests, you should sign up for the email letter. You can do that through the website abovethefoldgame.com. There's a little sidebar there where you can, I'm just going to assign some stories here, where you can sign up and join the crowd. And so even obvious things like the controls that I just mentioned with the WSD, that is actually a suggestion from one of the playtesters. So yeah, little things like that. Don't hold back. If you want to join, go hop on the mailing list, and invites will be sent out when the next round of testing begins. There's also a Discord. I'll put a link to that below the video description. Skip to deadline so I can show you some awards. First, we put the front page together. You can see awards here, 0 of 100. If you get to 100 awards, you actually win the game. And now you can get awards. How that works is some events that trigger in the game will have awards tied to them, but there's also a monthly award. But once May begins, we'll have a theme of the month that you can then chase down, and you have to have at least 50% or more of your content be of that theme before you successfully have a themed issue. The score of your issue has to reach a minimum for you to actually get the award. If you want to follow along, you can also hop on Twitter, where I use the hashtag #AboveTheFold to sort of post updates as I go. There's also a Facebook page. Again, link in the description if you're on Facebook and you would like to follow along that way, or show your support, telling all your friends about it. There's a page there you can use. I would really, really appreciate it if you help me get the word out about the game, because of course that is the hardest part of being an indie, is just simply getting the word out. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat discombobulated update. I hope you're curious to learn more about Above the Fold, and that I'll see more of you later on. Thank you for watching.